Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Brandon. Welcome to Audio Addiction Media Friendliest album reviews. You can find our band reviews and you can find live coverage of the concerts that we get. I will be getting a ton of live coverage over this weekend. I'm hoping to go to 2 shows. One definitely, the other one is a possibility as well. But definitely be on the lookout for those things. I posted album review, EP review of Chronologist's newest EP, Equinox. So if you're a fan of like progressive metalcore, check that out. I'll also be posting an interview with Major Moments, the second one. That will actually be going out the same day as this at 5 o'clock. So check that out too. And a ton of awesome other content. I have a ton of live sets to be working on, things of that nature, wrap ups, all that sort of stuff. So be on the lookout for all of that content coming to you guys very soon. But tonight we're going to be talking about Parting Gift's newest EP, Ensom. I want to first start this review off with a huge thank you to Mike and Amy over at Adam Splitter PR. They're the one who had sent me this early. Major shouts to them because they really kill it and they've been doing awesome stuff as of recently. So I gotta show some love, gotta show some praise about that. Also, I've been a fan of this band for a very long time. I actually interviewed them very long ago. I think it was pretty early on in my audio addiction career, but it was really cool to interview them. I actually found out about them on Dreambound. Shout outs to Dreambound. If you want to find out about some awesome bands that are really coming up and you should definitely be hearing about, go check out Dreambound. That is not an endorsement by any means. They did not pay me to say that. I genuinely think they put out some awesome content, and there's a ton of awesome bands that I have found out through that YouTube channel, so definitely check out Dreambound if you haven't already. But getting back into the sort of review stuff, like I said, I've been a huge fan of this band and I've been waiting for them to be dropping an EP. They've been doing a lot of singles as of late, and then, you know, this kind of came out of nowhere, which I'm really excited about, and I was definitely looking forward to putting out a review of this. So I'm going to go through each track, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, go through some pros and cons, and then finish it out with an overall rating. So the first track is called Pale. This is one of the singles that they had released, and it's one of my favorites as well, and I'm glad that they released this one because I feel like it represents their band in a really good way. That drumming intro at the beginning is fantastic, and I just like that it kind of keeps that aggressive backbone throughout the entire track. I think the unsung hero of this track is definitely the drummer. I think he does a fantastic job, and it was something that, again, I wasn't really initially drawn to, but as I kept listening to it, I was like, man, the drumming on this is awesome, and I really thought it was cool. Zach's vocals are awesome. I think that he has progressed super well over the years, even after we did the interview. I think that just the way that he's kind of crafted his vocals over the months, the years, all that time frame, I think has really worked. He has this awesome warmth to his vocals that offer a really kind of cool contrast to sort of the more melodic nature of Pale, for sure. I love the sort of ambient ethereal qualities that is added throughout the track as well. I think it adds a really nice expansiveness to the song, and I think vocally it shows off a lot of Zach's range as well. Just by kind of having those sort of open moments of ambience, it allows him to kind of take over and do some really cool sort of vocal melodies, vocal runs, things of that nature. I think it starts off the record very strong. It has some awesome energy to it, and I think that it's, again, carried throughout the entire song, and just leaves you wanting more. So we're going to move into track number 2, which is 307 Moonlight. This one is a more mellow feeling track. I think it offers a nice contrast to Pale, which was a little bit more forefronted, which I do like, but I also can see the comparison and just kind of the contrast. Overall, I think it really works. It also allows, again, for the vocals to come out that much more, and I think that Zach does a fantastic job of kind of interweaving through kind of more of the heavier moments of like Pale and like songs that I'll be talking about later, and these sorts of songs that have more of a melodic nature to it. It's a little bit slower, so the runs are crafted a little bit more meticulously than the other ones. I think the song definitely picks up steam at around about 2/3 of the way through the song. It's a solid song nonetheless. It's not one of my favorites, but I think it really works with kind of the contrast of what's going on in Pale. So we're gonna move into track number 3, which is Without Sin. This was another single that has been released. I think this one was the most recent one, and is one of my favorites as well. I know that Zach had made a pretty lengthy post on his Facebook page, and it's cool to see that this one was his favorite. I think just listening to it being one of the longest tracks on the EP, and I think one of the longest tracks that they've ever put out, being, again, 6+ minutes worth of music. I think I was a little apprehensive, and I don't know, maybe a lot of other people might have felt that way as well, just being long songs are hard for somebody to keep their attention, and I feel like in this song they really kind of did a really good job of not only meshing the sort of more melodic nature of what they do with more of the sort of heavier tonality and heavier qualities of what they do. The song kind of starts off at around the 33-second mark, and it really kind of again blends a lot of great aspects of both Pale and 307. I feel like those two were both really solid in their own respective songs, but I think that this one really kind of combines everything together and makes it a very cohesive track, sounding like both not only Pale but also 307. It has a great groove to it, and I love the sort of melodic overtones throughout the entire track. I think the instrumentals really kind of play more with this sort of reverberation and the space of the song. There's a lot of like reverb, there's a lot of delay, and I think that obviously plays off of their more ambient and more melodic qualities that they could have maybe taken from like melodic hardcore, things of that nature. I think that Zach's vocals really kind of hit a new stride in this track because it being so long. I feel like you have to garner that sort of attention, and I think vocally it's another really good song that crafts some really great melodies and some great runs to kind of finesse its way through the song. Again, being a 6+ minute song, I didn't feel like it was a 6-minute song, which I definitely feel like is a big up and a big plus for what they do. So definitely check out Without Sin if you haven't already. So we're gonna move into track number 4, which is Cold. This one kind of has that, again, playing off of more of the ethereal qualities of it. It has almost that sort of wide open field, like you're out in the grasslands and there's nothing going on but sort of like expansive ambience to it, and it's a cool little, like, again, interlude sort of track that I think really fits well after being a 6-minute song. I feel like it really works. It kind of calms you down. It kind of makes it a little bit more mellow, much like what Pale did for 307. I feel like it's a counterbalance, and it really works with what they're going for. Again, not one of my favorites, but I think it works with the motif of what's going on. So we're gonna move into track number 5, the last track, the title track, Ensom. This one's one of my favorites, and I love that they ended it off on a high note. The track has so much energy to it, and I love it. I think, again, it harkens back to the first track, Pale, and it's just been that sort of energy that I was missing throughout the entire EP into one collective song. It's just right up there with my favorite, Pale. I think those two are definitely the best 2 tracks off the EP, without a doubt. And I think that this one personally is my favorite track that Zach has done vocally. I think that he really kind of pushed himself. There's a little bit of moments of falsetto. There's a little bit of moments of him just kind of going in and having that sort of vocal power moment, and I think it really works with this song because it again has that sort of high energy, that just punch and that oomph, and I love it. Instrumentally, I think it really kind of further states that and kind of backs it up. And you can definitely hear it in the sort of songwriting of this track as well. And then emotionally, you can really kind of match it up lyrically, but also match it up vocally to what's going on. And I think that it really works with what I know and love about Parting Gift. I think it really shows a lot of the raw emotion, and I would love to just hear more of that sort of punch and that more like aggressiveness come out, because there are little spurts of it, and I think it really works with the sort of more melodic nature of what they go for. Like bands like, I think Counterparts does a fantastic job, Being as an Ocean, things of that nature, and I think they can kind of carry that same sort of wave as well. So some pros and cons about this record. Pros, I think there's some really awesome, beautiful melodic moments throughout this entire EP. There are also some really kind of heavier, sort of grittier moments, and I would love for them to kind of play off that in further releases. Vocally, I love what Zach's doing. I think they're obviously going to get a lot of comparison to Holding Absence, but I think vocally they do just that much better of a job. I think instrumentally they're pretty close too, but I love what they're going for. I think that, again, doing that sort of ambient quality of music, but just having it maybe just a little bit heavier, and including like sort of, I could tell like some like death metal sort of stuff going on there. There's some blast beats, there's some really kind of interesting drum and footwork going on there as well, along with the sort of more aggressive, more straightforward guitars, but also having those sort of like layers and that sort of ambience that kind of surrounds the track. I think they do a fantastic job of that, and I'd love to hear more moments of that as well. Like I had mentioned before, one of my biggest cons was I would love for them to play off more of their heavier aspects. I think Pale and Ensom being my two favorite tracks, I think they really took that energy, they punched it up to 12, and they really kind of sold it for me. And I feel like going further, I would love to hear some more of that sort of melodicness. I feel like they should definitely keep a lot of that aspect to what they do in their music, but also I'd love to hear that sort of just that grunge and like that growl and that sort of heaviness that kind of would counterbalance that sort of melodic nature of what's going on. And I think that would really work awesome. Again, I think tracks like Pale and Ensom really show that they can do that, and it would work. I would love to hear more of that, and I would hope that they would maybe take this into a little bit of consideration, maybe for the next release. That would be awesome. But my overall rating for Parting Gifts Ensom, I'm going to be giving it a 9.5 out of 10. I think it is a solid EP. It's one that, again, I'm super stoked that they're on Fearless, and I hope that they come to the States very soon, because I love to see them live. I think they would be really cool to play all this stuff live, and I know that they've been getting a great amount of success over the past past year and couple months, as of recently. So props to you guys. Glad you're doing it. I'm glad that you're still killing it and doing stuff. But let me know in the comments what you think about this EP. It comes out today, so definitely check it out if you haven't already. And if you care about me, go care about this record, because I think Zach is a fantastic person, and Parting Gift is a fantastic band as well. So it's one that I want to push for, and it's definitely one that you should go give a listen to. Let me know what your favorite tracks are as well. I'd love to hear that too. Excited to hear what everybody's thoughts are. And if you enjoyed this review, make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and share it. It goes a long way, and it absolutely means the world to me. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope to be doing more stuff in the coming months, and out to you guys very soon. Like I said, my name is Brandon. We hope you got your fix, and we'll be talking with you soon. Peace. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com, and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.